Welcome back to Cloud Hero with Alan. If you are new here, I am Alan, and here's the deal. I am studying AWS security, reading the material, and as I learn, I am sharing it with you. That way we can all grow together, right? So no one is pretending to be the ultimate expert here. We are just figuring things out one step at a time. So today's topic, core AWS security. When I first saw this in my study material, I thought, okay, I can just, I know the basic, I can just skim through this. But nope. As I started reading, I realized that these fundamentals are where most people mess up. And when I say most people, I mean even the experienced AWS users. Why core security matters? Here's something that really caught my attention as I was reading. Most AWS security incidents are not the result of some hacker uncovering a secret movie like loophole, right? They happen because of basic mistakes like leaving S3 buckets public or giving IAM users way more permissions than they need, or maybe leaving security groups wide open to the whole internet. So when I read that, I just said, these are totally preventable, and that hit me really hard. Core security isn't boring. In fact, it is essential. Now let's talk about the 4 pillars of AWS security. From what I've been reading and piecing together, AWS core security boils down to 4 main areas, and we are referring to IAM, Identity and Access Management, data protection, networking security, and finally, monitoring and logging. Now let's talk about IAM once again, Identity and Access Management. Think of it as your front door to AWS. One rule the study material really stressed on is the principle of least privilege. Only give people the exact permissions they need and nothing more. Also, turn on MFA, since that's an extra layer of protection. It's like adding a combo lock on top of your regular one, right? And when it comes to access keys, skip the non-expiring ones. They are like giving out a permanent spare key of your house to someone. Use roles instead. They are temporary, safer, and easier to manage. The bottom line here is, if IAM is your front door, you need to treat it like you reside in the high traffic neighborhood. Lock it tight, limit who has a key, and always know exactly who is coming in and who is going. That is the first step to real security in the cloud. Let's talk about data protection. This part really stood out to me because AWS makes it easy to encrypt your data, but key management is where most people mess up, right? Think of it like locking your front door, and in this scenario, encryption is your lock, and encryption is your door lock, and key management is knowing exactly where the keys are, who can use them, and when to rotate them. Just remember, locking the door isn't enough, right? Hiding those keys somewhere safe is what matters the most. Now let's talk about network security. Another thing that really clicked for me is how security groups and VPCs act like walls and fences. That means keep your doors locked. Seriously, leaving your SSH and RDP open to the whole entire world is basically rolling out a welcome mat to the entire internet. Now let's talk about monitoring and logging. Security isn't just about blocking bad stuff. It is also about seeing what's happening, right? And in this case, we have CloudTrail, GuardDuty, and CloudWatch that give you eyes and ears in AWS. Think of it like a security camera or alarm system. If someone is sneaking around or doing something they shouldn't be doing, you want to know before they get out of hands. When I was reading, I came up with this mental picture. I think of IAM as locking the doors, and encryption as protecting the valuables. And network security, for me, I think of it as building strong walls. And monitoring is installing security cameras. So if you do all these 4 very well, I'm pretty sure you've already closed the door on most of the ways people get hacked in AWS. That's my take on core AWS security. Simple, easy to skip, and exactly what gets more people in trouble. Next, we'll be diving into data encryption in AWS. I've already had a few "how I get it" moment and I can't wait to share it with you. Thanks for riding along on Cloud Hero with Alan. If this helped you, please share it with someone who needs it. And remember, we are learning, we are growing, and together we are making the cloud unbreakable. Stay tuned.